across the globe. You are here with us live on Biafra Television Europe. I am Wada Jovista Chichi. Here with me this morning, our brother Mazi, who is going to introduce himself when he comes in, will be joining us to look at today's topic. Meanwhile, for those of us in Nigeria, or let me say it to Nigerians, it is quite unfortunate that the situation we find ourselves today is a situation that instead of people to say that enough is enough and fight for their self-rule, they are still fighting for a better Nigeria, which they know that it can never get better. A country that your politicians don't care about you. A country that the politicians will always come to power through fraudulent means. And the only thing they do to compensate those who supported them or the talks that they used to find their way to the seat of power is only to compensate the talks by making them SAs, SSAs, and we see how their likes, like Bayo Ononuga, how they dish out lies and how they protect the fraudulent government. You are in a country that the power that be can wake up any morning and continue to put more hardship, more suffering on the people. A country that hyperinflation is the order of the day, yet the citizenry are yelling for a better Nigeria. When do you think that Nigeria will be better? You are still thinking that one day an Igbo man will become a president of Nigeria. That is an illusion. For as many Nigerians that are still fighting for better Nigeria, I want to use this opportunity to advise them to think twice and know if things are really getting better or if things are really getting worse. A country that when you protest, you will be arrested. The activists will be arrested. Bank accounts will be frozen. And the arrested activists will be charged for treason. And a country that when you protest, after the protest, what the government did was they asked the marketers to crash the market prices. And then they wake up again and increased fuel pump price. Until now, you don't even know what it is or what it is like for your representatives, your senators, to bring home your constituency allowances or to fulfill their obligations as representatives. A country where there is no hope. A country where schools are closing down. Universities are closing down because of high school fees. Companies are winding down. Many employed people are now back to labor markets. A country where someone graduates from the university only to go back to learn a trade or to learn skills from artisans. And how could one still be hopeful in such country? And that is why IPOB, we say that we are resolute, we are not relenting, we are not going back. We will continue until we get what we want. Remember that we just concluded the Catalonia National Day that IPOB represented Biafrans fully on that beautiful event that took place. Let it also be on our mind that what we saw on the on Wednesday was a journey that started since 1714. We saw all the young men, we saw many old people, we saw men and women that trooped out to continue the journey from where people started centuries ago. And as we learn from so many things that happened that day, as we learn from their history, we are saying that we must continue until referendum is conducted. I am still Mother Jovista Chichi. Before our brother will be joining us, let us listen to IPOB press release. IPOB press release. IPOB calls on Hope Uzodinma and Peter Mba to stop taxing solar energy and generator users. The Directorate of State's DOS of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, is concerned about the anti-people and anti-economic action of certain governors in the Southeast. The retrogressive and punitive tax on the citizens who are generating power via solar energy and other power generating sources by the Imo State and Enugu State governors is highly condemnable. Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State and Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State indeed has proven that they were brought into office to impoverish Ndi Igbo. The residents of Enugu and Imo State have been imposed with obnoxious energy tax for generating their own lights in the contraption of darkness called Nigeria. In a same country with responsible leaders, the provision of reliable electricity is the duty of the government. But in a banana republic such as Nigeria, the citizens are penalized for generating their own lights, which the Nigerian government ought to be responsible for in Enugu and Imo State, respectively, to demonstrate government emptiness. The two clan governors in Imo and Enugu states introduced the retrogressive energy tax on citizens using solar energy and other generators in order to perpetuate darkness in Alibo and grind the economic activities in Alibo to a halt. But they will fall and regret doing such an evil act against the people of Enugu and Imo states. Governor Peter Mba and Hope Uzodinma are colluding with a Emeka First EEDC company to shortchange Biafrans by indirectly imposing a ban on people not to have alternative power sources outside Emeka First criminal enterprise called EEDC. If these unscrupulous governors want the citizens not to use solar energy and generators, They should first demand that EEDC provides constant electricity to the people, colluding with the criminal enterprise called EEDC management to restrict citizens from enjoying electricity so that they will rely solely on the erratic power from EEDC is not only criminal but a clear economic sabotage of the economic growth of Alibo and that of the Southeast. It's obvious that these people acclaimed rulers were imposed on Indibo to impoverish and to weaponize the poverty agenda of their political masters at the center. IPOB is calling on Governor Peter Mba and Hope Uzodinma to stand down on their retrogressive energy tax imposed on their states. Instead of imposing tax on those generating their own power, the government should compensate and encourage them for helping to reduce the pressure on the dilapidated power facilities in Nigeria. IPOB will always be against any anti-people policies by the government. If you please, if you people doubt this, send out criminals who will collect such obnoxious tax for you again and see the outcome. The task on people who are providing electricity for alternative sources outside the EEDC is not only evil, but satanic. EEDC is not only Governor Peter Mba and Governor Hope Uzodinma. Please allow Ndibo to breathe and remove the retrogressive energy task on Ndibo. Signed by Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. Before our brother will be joining us, you see, that was just what we are saying. Okay, now take a look at this. A country where people just protested that there was hunger everywhere. People are going down on daily basis. Businesses are crashing on daily basis. People are losing their jobs. Families couldn't even boast of 3 square meals per day. Children are dying of hunger. Sicknesses everywhere. Now these same people suffer from, they were deprived from social and basic amenities that's supposed to be the obligation of the government. Now, increasing the pump price is not enough for these two notorious governors. They now went ahead to inflict the people more pains by introducing this satanic policy that they call retrogressive tax. Someone that is generating electricity by himself. You bought the generator and you are buying the expensive petrol, or you buy your solar energy. And these same governors who have already failed in their responsibilities and obligations now went back on these people, and they are now taxing them, inflicting our people with pains. And they are not even considering this may be partisans who just want to keep life going. Not that there is a hope any longer. There is no longer hope, but they are just looking for means just to keep surviving. And these governors are clamping down on them. It is very, very sad development, but I believe that the message since 9th of September has gotten to these two governors, and those that they were about using, or they are using, the talks and the agberies that are using to go and collect this tax, IPOB is daring you. I am Sinwada Jovista Chichi. Joining us in the studio now is our great brother, Mazi. Mazi, you are welcome to the studio, and good morning.
Thank you from here. Good morning from Biafra land. Wanda, thank you.
All right, you are welcome. Today you are here to look into this very topic. This topic for some time has been going on, but people can abuse anything. People can abuse food, people can abuse power, people can abuse opportunity, people can abuse so many things, and they'll begin to misdirect people, and they will create confusion here and there. But there is something that prompted us to take a look at that topic here on BTV. And the topic we are discussing today is about religion, but not just that. As they discuss it, we are looking at going back to our roots without science and technology, and without a revolutionized agriculture, the the disaster that it is going to bring on our people. So, Mazi, going back to our root, what is exactly going back to our root? What does it mean to go back to our roots? Thank you, Mazi.
Okay, Wanda, thank you very, very much. To my understanding, in some areas, I may even use Igbo because it will help me to explain more. Let me just refer, let me not go closer to where people are taking their minds to. Just to our place, going back to our roots, there is something like we call etuturu. Let me just give some. I'm coming. Etuturu. Etuturu, that will be doing you'll be doing come like this. At times, to our place, they will tell you to break, at least cut one a piece of what is it called? Broom. Put it on your hair if you have hair. If you don't have hair, then you can take what is it called, wool, or what is it called, cotton of a cloth, place it on your head, or you drink water. Now, like kola nut, there is a way we present kola nut. Then, if somebody is putting on cap, I'm just giving some example because I will soon come to somewhere. Somebody is putting on cap, that or half cap or something abreba cap. If our father is putting on that cap and face it at the front, it signifies the man is going to war or going to make trouble. If it faces the right, that cap, bend it to right, that means they are going for something peaceful. You know what is going back to our root? I am coming, I just want to come from that place because it is part of our root. That is part of the things our fathers taught us because people have borrowed foreign ones. So if it faces right, that means they are going for something to celebrate. If it faces left, that means they are going for condolence. The father is going for condolence. Somebody died. If it faces back, that is to say they are going for burial. Now, there is something we call uri. That uri, there is something that used to happen to small children, like they call it convulsion or something. Do you know that if you break that uri, instead of going to take foreign medicine, you break that very uri. Then you take the water, touch it, go it on the child like this. All the joint, touch it on the joint. That very uri, the water will turn to black anywhere you touch it. Uli. Some people call it, we call it uri. It is part of our root. Then let us go back. Go back to our root. Our father did it like to the extent that we cannot go to court. We does not go to police. Do you know how we settle matters? At times we take matters to maternal home to settle it because we don't want to create enmity when we go to the government to settle matter, or when we go outside to settle matter. The person may settle it outside our, not, it may settle it the way we will not like it, or it may create enmity. So in the way our father created it in our root, that we will first of all try the matter at home. If it didn't work, you may call an elderly man to come. You may go there and report, they come and talk to your father or settle the matter, or your parents may go and invite an elderly man. The elderly man will come in and to settle the matter. If it didn't work, they may even extend it to your maternal home. If it didn't work, you may even come back to your kindred. If that one didn't work, you may go to the village. If it didn't work, you will even extend it to the whole community to settle the matter. This is part of our root because our father did it to hold us, to make sure there is peace. Going back to our root is not somebody to come and get charm to kill somebody. No. Going back to our root is when somebody wants to build a house, our people will gather to help the person do the foundation, help the person and build the house. Without that very day of foundation, you will only cook food for us. Going back to our root, our fathers told us things we should not do that will bring us shame, that will bring us trouble. We should not kill, right? We should do things together, right? Then, because that was how they developed our community. That was how they gave us drinking waters. That's how they discover our streams. Going back to our root is when our children will begin to gather our children, let them go back to Akụkọ Ifo. Akụkọ Ifo is where we will tell our children what this traditional ruler did that make him a bad traditional ruler. That is, in Akụkọ Ifo is where our children will have the knowledge of how their village came. The first man that came to the village, second man that came to the village, and they develop it together. It is in that Akụkọ Ifo. After they tell you these things, they will now balance it with the story of tortoise and the he-goat or the elephant. That is the story you go back home with. But at that point, you will know the origin of your community. You will know the root of your community. You will know how that very stream was found. You will know who gave that very land for your market square. You will know. But do you know that this very root, that our root, where you will know good and bad, you will know why this compound closed down, why there is big tree that grows in this compound. That is in that Akụkọ Ifo is where they will tell you, and it happens in the evening. That is where they will tell you, and you will avoid such thing so that your compound will not go down. That is going back to our root. Going back to our root is that you will not lie. You stop lying. That is the root our fathers gave to us, right? So when you come to your place, you see many things they kept. It is part of our root. Just like us now, we do our new year by July. I am from Ndiabo. Our new year, we call it Ahikwe. That is when you are about to bring new things from the farm. That is when we do our new year. The white men do their own on 1st January. Going back to our root, you return back to that. Then we do Iriji. That is Iriji now, Yam Festival. The other people do harvest. They do it in the name of religion. Harvest. It is going back to our root. You do irigi, right? That is part of it. So, and this going back to our root, our fathers did not force anybody into it. You will see it, you will like it, you will join. You will come to a place, they will bring Edo, they will bring Nzu, they will bring Oji, they will bring also Oji, right? These things signify things. There is a place where your father, my father will be going. Maybe he is passing from before your compound, moving fast. Maybe he's putting on the cap of Abreba or Hafia. That's the only thing I can use to explain it so that you will understand that cap. If maybe he faces it front, my father will be sitting there. He will see that this man is facing his car front. My father will see that he's going to make trouble. He will send the children to call him. Call him, Mazo Keke, come back. Mazo Kafo, come back. Right? Because the man did not tell him where he was going to, but because of his dressing, where he faced his car, it shows that he's going to make trouble. That man will call him. If he eventually listen and come back, if the man, if my father have that nzu, I don't know what you will call it, that thing that used to be white, block like this, they replace it with powder. This nzu is what we used to put in a water where somebody gave birth to a child. When you come there, you dip your hand inside that very nzu water, you do it like this, it turn to white. It is nzu. It signifies peace and pure heart, right? Going back to our root, you leave the powder and go to nzu. That is going back to our root. You leave the you do your traditional marriage and leave wedding. Wedding is a foreign, right? That is it. Going back to our root. Going back to our root is not ritual. Going back to our root is not to be doing sacrifice at the size of the road, causing nuisance. It's not by going back to our root. Going back to our root is not attacking other religion. It has nothing to do with that, right? Though I think we'll still dwell more in this, but let me still touch more because I know questions will come. Then that is why I don't want to finish it all there because if I finish it there, I will not have something to answer. So let me continue. When you want to get married, if you want to marry somebody, let me just use get married. There are processes. There are the one they call isn't it? There is the one of that is Maya Juju. There are all these things. That is the Igbanjo in our side, Maya Juju. From process to process, there are reasons our fathers did it like that. Going back to your root, right? On the process of this, you may discover fault either from this side or the other side. Or you may discover something that can be corrected or something that will bring to the breach of the marriage. Is going back to our root. You will not tell us that you are in a haste. You came from Lagos to marry our daughter. So we should do it under 2 hours. No. So going back to our root is coming together to keep the same thing that our father did. Because some people have changed many things. Some people have turned the going back to our root to carrying charm. You will see somebody go to his house, somebody living as a tenant, he will carry charm and keep in his house. Some will be carrying idol worshiping. It is not part of our root. That is personal decision. Somebody want to worship so thing. It is not part of our root. That somebody pick a stone and keep it in his compound and start and see it as a means of communicating his God or anywhere or anything is not part of our root. Our root is that we don't bow down to any graven image. That is part of our root. Our fathers go direct to God. They do not pass through anybody to God. They go direct to God. There is no middleman between our fathers and the God. They go direct. That is our root, right? Part of our root. So, but keeping something to worship it is a personal decision. Onye na chi ya, right? Is not part of our root. Part of our root is that when we bring kola nut, we will do it accordingly. If it is in a family, we do it by senior. If it extends down to the kindred, we'll do it by house, that is elderly. If it moves to the to the village, it will still go from elder to elder. If it moves to the community, it will go village by village. If the kola nut moves to the community, it will now go village by village. If it moves to local government, it will go community by community, right? If it moves to state, kola nut, it will now be, the people will be recognized from local government to local government. If it moves to the center, like Igbo land, people from Igbo will come and take kola. Somebody from Anambra will come and take kola in the name of Anambra. Somebody from Enugu will come and take kola in the name of Enugu, right? Then the Nzu signifies peace. Let me go back to that thing. If our father eventually call Mazi Okeke back, if Mazi Okeke come to sit down in the house, before my father will accept that Mazi Okeke have accepted his plea not to go and fight, Mazi Okeke will accept to put his hand inside the Nzu. He will bring Nzu to him. Let him to touch the Nzu. If you touch the Nzu and put it here or put it like this in your palm, that means you have accepted peace. Nzu signifies peace, right? It is part of going back to our root. So that is what I have for now. There are other things to bring in, but let me just stop for now. Thank you, Mother.
Thank you so much, Imazi. Just being so attentive because I just learned so many new things here, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one who is learning this morning because there are so many things I heard from you right now which I don't know them before. Um, Let me just bring this question. Though I don't intend to ask this question, but as you were making this contribution, you say that our fathers they go to God direct, that they don't pass through any man to go to God. But what about, I know there are gods and there is God. Those little gods that our fathers they go to first and then ask them to uh, go to Chukwu Okike Abiama. Are they not the middle? Do I say the middle? Do I call them middle god or middle men? I don't know, but I know they go to they first of all call on the small gods and then ask them to go and meet Chukwu. Oh, our brother, I hope this his network could not be a problem to us this morning because this topic is really, really interesting. I hope that he comes back I know that the technical director will see to resolving the glitch. All right, Mazi, you are welcome back.
Why network?
You are
Network.
here. You are here. You are here. You are here with us. You are here with us. Can you hear me? Mazi, can you hear me? You are here with us. You are here. Your network is
Yes,
okay.
Mother, I didn't hear your question. I
Okay.
didn't get your question very well.
Okay. You said that our fathers that they do not go to any man, that they go to God direct. And I
Is
now
it okay
ask, what?
now?
Yeah, very much okay. Very much okay.
Can you
Can you
hear me
hear me
now?
now? Very
All
well. You
right,
sound
come
very
up with the
clear.
question again.
All right. You said that oh my God. Um as our brother keep battling with this glitch, I'm sure in no time it will be resolved. I know
Fine.
we will take care of it. We will take care of it. We must take care of it. Can you hear me now? You are back. You are back, but you are not noticing it that you're back. Can you hear me? You are fully back. Maybe you check your microphone.
Yes, I am back.
All right. All right. My question is, you said our fathers never they never pass through any other man to go to God, that they go to God direct. And I now ask, what about those gods, those little gods that our father go to and then ask them to take their messages to Chiuku? What do you say about that? Did you get my question?
Okay. Okay, thank you. Like I was saying, I said what I was saying on a general issues, general like this, the we say our fathers mandated us that this is a source of communicating God. No, that very personal God, that very small gods are personal. Maybe group of people agreed to keep so thing. It is not a general something. But all we know is that we call God direct. If something happened to us, you hear Chineke me, right? You will hear Chineke me, Chineke me. It is this time around that people will say, they will call another thing. Maybe we'll come to that place anyway. I don't want to go there. Right? That is to say, they have already shown us God direct. They did not say if something happened, something like some emergency happened to us, or something accident, or something just eventually happened to us. They will start shouting another God. No, it is Chineke me. That's what they taught us. So some other things that people pass through and they present as if it's to God. It is just like deity, something people will try to show to people that God exists. If you go to some places, some may give you cross, right? Some give you, show you tree, some show you picture. It is deity. It's something that somebody may present to raise your faith. Somebody may present chaplet the other side. Somebody may present cross to build your faith, to believe that so thing happen, right? So somebody may say, "This is where I will kill a fowl and sacrifice to my God," right? Not our God, the person's gods, or the group of people, or the family. But it is not something that people say the whole general people from Igbo land or from the east, this is what they worship. That's what I am saying. So personal issues should not be posed on us, just like some people are doing now. Somebody will say, if you want to be rich, you come Magoro. This is personal. It's not what our father presented to us. So it is just about choice or something people established. What I am saying is that our father told us how to marry. They told us how to communicate God, right? Our God, He lives in heaven. So any other middleman is personal decision. Is somebody's if somebody decided to do so, somebody tried to convince people that this is a channel to his gods. It's not a general matter. Our father told us that after 8 days you circumcise a child. It is a general matter, right? It's not just personal decision. It's a general matter. In some villages, they will give mark to their child. Either they are dragging land with a community, so they go and get charm and put it on the body of all their child. It is for that community. It is not a general thing for the Igbo people or for our people, right? It is for a special something. Some people went and brought some idols to their community to fight battle. We have it in our community just to defend the land. And there are particular people who believe in it, and there are the people that carry it on. They does not force everybody into it. So it is just people's decision, not generally that our father imposed on us. But people can bring it to their family and say, if we go to this, people can even gather and bring it to the community and say, this is what they worship. But if you go to the community, not everybody they will force into it. Unless it is something they brought for a particular purpose. Anything they brought to the village, something makes it. Either sickness came, they went and brought a deity, either they thought it will help them or something.
Oh my God, this network should should permit us to do justice to this very topic, because it is becoming more interesting with our brother, because we are going to talk about so many things. As we are talking about going back to our roots, that means we cannot do without talking about religion, what people really think that religion is. All right, Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi, you are back to the studio.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, go ahead, or do I
Religion,
bring another
you say
question?
what
Yeah.
do I think?
Okay. Now
Yes,
I
I am
thank you
back.
all right. Thank you for what you are doing this morning. It's a great insight.
Okay, you can
All
come
we
back.
do, all right. All we do is to continue to educate and to inform people, because so many people has been misled, some has been misguided, and such has caused some indiscipline and kind of um, stepping on people's rights. So, as we are here to inform our people, we cannot discuss going back to our roots without talking about religion. Now, I would like you to expatiate this word religion, because many of our people now, once you say religion, they think about Christianity. Is religion Christianity? Does religion mean Christianity? Even from what we were taught from primary school, I know we were taught religion, and we were taught um types of religion. But today, once you say religion, oh, everybody's mind, we just rush to Christianity. Does religion mean Christianity? And can you expatiate that word religion?
Thank you. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you. What I have to say about religion, there was no religion established by God. All religions, though I will still come to it, what religion means, but I want to start from there so that people will be aware. Some people thought that there are religions established by God. No, these are creation of men that they choose is their means and guidelines of communicating the higher being. First of all, they believe there is a higher being. Then they establish a means of gathering, then directing to their God. It is a thing of choice. And in our place, we have no religion. As I was born, there was no religion they left for us. No religion. We have traditions. We have there's something they call omenala and ordinala. These things are different, right? Omenala and ordinala. These are not religion. Sometimes they come and tell you traditional religion. There's nothing like traditional religion here. Tradition is tradition. Then, what is it called? I don't know how they call it in English. Or culture is also culture, right? Then Ejirimarande is never a religion. Our father never gave us a religion. All they know is that they are in communication with God. They believe they are the same. They don't ask God for, what is it called, for blessing. And our fathers does not beg God. There is a kind of authority they saw in themselves that they communicate to God. They command God to save. They talk to God direct. They did not call it religion. So people brought religion, and there is no religion that supersedes the other. No particular religion supersedes the other, because anybody, any religion, those that are going there believes that is working for them. That is why some people, because I cannot explain religion very, that area people will be expecting. This is what I will bring in here, because I will not go to their direction, right? So let me go in. Just like the situation we are in now, some people will say, so religion will go, so religion will not go, so religion is evil, so religion is evil. And we have no religion already, but we have a way of living our life. We hate evil. Before people came with their religion and told us about evil, we hate evil. We condemn killings. Before people come to tell us that they also condemn killings, we condemn it, right? So we love peace. Before people will come and tell us that the peace is good, we have been given. Before people may come and tell us that giving is good, right? Then, and those people that came to tell you, they have tested giving and they know it's working. And we have tested it, we know it is working. Then, from what I am seeing today, there is Christianity, there is Muslim, there is Hindu, there is Judaism, there is, and all of them have what they believe in, and they have a book, direction book. The other people have Quran, the other people have Torah, the other people have Bible, and they all believe in it. There was no book of religion our father kept for us. In case somebody will come to thwart it, you will give us the book of religion. Refer us to the book where they wrote to you how and where you'll be worshiping under religion. From our side here in Biafra land, there is no book recommended for us. So we were born and we were connected to God direct. He said, wake in the morning, thank God, then ask him for long life. Long life. That is a jar. You will go and come back. We don't ask for blessing because there is blessing already. We never ask for blessing. It is time that now that people ask for blessing. We don't ask for blessing. We put the stick of cassava on the ground. It will give birth to cassava. So we don't ask for blessing. We know there is blessing here. So already. So now from what I am seeing from some people, they will just tell you that this religion is evil. Yes, something caused it. Just in Nigeria. Nigeria permits religions to destroy people. Do you know the reason? The reason is because it favors the government. That is why you will see religious crisis in Nigeria. You will see, I said I will not drive to where people expect. I will drive to this channel. That's this very area. You will see religious crisis in Nigeria because the government supports it. There are religions other countries. There is a way government controls it. But in Nigeria, it comes in the open. That is where people will discover all these things because the government cherishes it. It is also part of the weapons of the government to deal with the people, all this religion in Nigeria. The reason is because if we have Biafra now, the religion, the constitution of Biafra supersedes every book of a religion. The constitution of a country supersedes every book, every religious belief, every law, every constitution of any religion. The constitution of the country supersedes them. That is to say, the constitution of the country will control religion. That is to say, the economy of the country will destroy religious stupidity. Reason. If you are doing like people that used to go and ask people that are Ibafa, or people that go to ask why is things not working for them, why is there crisis in their business, those that will go to enchanters, those that will go to so many places or to go and get charm, is because there is bad government. If there is good government, those people will have work. If there is good government, if you call for a crusade in the morning, not everybody will come because people will go to work. If there is good work, good government, everything better, you will know your problem and you will know the problem you take to God. This is part of the religious crisis we have in Nigeria. That is why some people came, they may come to your community, they will tell you that Satan is living in your tree, in a tree in your community. Do you understand? But there are trees they passed on the road while coming to your community. Now, some people will come and tell you, this very pastor is evil. Do you understand? But not all of them is evil. But they will conclude that this pastor is evil. They will conclude that this imam is evil. They will conclude that this dibia is evil. That native doctor. The issue is because the government created that channel for them. Because if there is a good government and somebody do afa and tell you that so person stole your property without the person bringing evidence, the police will arrest the person. And you will see there will be no religious crisis because somebody who know that there is work where he will go will not go and stay in a place praying or a place fasting. And you that is fighting that person and say, I don't want people to gather in my place and worship in the name of Christian, or that Christians are fraud, and so thing happen from Christian to Christian, that it is not necessary in our place, is because there is no government. If there is a government, no religion will threaten each other. Rather, the constitution will bring everybody into submission to mind yourself and worship on your way. So what I know about religion is that people establish religion and they choose a way of worshiping their God. And none was established by God. And none supersedes each other's religion because everybody's religion is good to him. So the origin of religion is, it always starts from a situation people found themselves. A situation. And people will decide, we'll be doing this to communicate God. Just like Christianity started in Antioch during the time of Paul. Jesus wasn't aware of Christian. He wasn't there. Right? So it was Paul who started it because people saw how they were related and said, these people are doing like so people we have heard about. So it started from there. So the same way people started Islam, they started their own. They choose a channel, they say his name is Muhammad. These people, their own channel is Jesus. These people, they have, everybody have their own channel of communicating that our God, our fathers told us that they call God direct. Then in our place, people also came and make their own God also, right? But it's not a general issue. They make their own gods, they pick stone, they gather it, they start worship, burning something like a sacrifice. It is their way of worship. But it is not generally imposed on us, right? It is personal issue and it's not a property of our people. Or it is not origination or original, it is not our, that is, it is not something, it is not for us. It is a personal issue. What I mean for us is, if you want to marry our daughter, you will go through processes. It is for us, right? There is a time we bring out new yam, new food from the farm. It is for general. It is not personal. It's not personal decision. But somebody can decide and start worshiping stone. Somebody can decide and start worshiping tree. People brought it to their homes from our side. It is not religion, our general religion. So how do you put it? Is it a personal religion? So we do not have a single religion in our land. But today I can see people gathering thinking as if they want to keep a religion. They say it's a traditional religion. Some told me they are Omenala. There is nothing like a place where our people, our fathers gather to worship. It doesn't happen in our land. They can only gather in a market square to call their God. They will tell elderly man, pray, swear for, ubiogu. After everybody will go to his house. They have no worship center. But people may keep a deity, a shrine. That is their own worship center, right? Those who brought it, it happens like politics now. People that are in politics, they will bring something in the name of community, but the whole community does not accept it. The same way it was to our people then. Some few people that are thought that they are powerful, even as community will reject that thing, they may bring it on their own. They will pick a day, they will be doing it. Do you understand? Some of these things are in communities, but they do not give it to us as religion. My father have never told me that there is a religion. Our fathers kept for us, so we don't have it here. And that is why I will not explain it as people want, because I can only explain it like that if we have it. Of our people, our fathers kept it for us. I can only throw light as I have thrown on the what we are seeing in the religion. Here we found ourselves. So if there are other questions comes that may connect it our struggle or something, I'll still come up with that. But let me stop here for now. Thank you.
In what you just said, Mazi, am I coming out?
I cannot hear you.
All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Am I okay now? All
I
right.
cannot hear you.
Mazi, you will hear me right now. I think I'm good to go. Can you hear me right now?
It is breaking.
All right. So can you hear me very well? Mazi, can you hear me right now? Okay. Before our brother comes back, he exposed a big truth here. And the truth he exposed here was just like a comedy that I watched yesterday, a comedy video. You see, our brother said that if there is a good government, there will be no need for any man, any woman. You wake up on Monday morning that you're supposed to go for your business, you're supposed to go to your office. Now you go to your pastor, you go to a place to go and fast and pray. You are going because you have no job. You are going because you have no business. Same thing also applies to the person that wakes up in the morning and you are going to Benwa Dibia. What are you going to Benwa Dibia to do? Probably to go and look for money. You ask him to prepare chance for you to have money. Does Wadibia give money? Don't you even look at that Dibia himself? And in that comedy video that I watched yesterday, the comedian was he said that you will go to pastor and pastor will charge you for money. You come to pray. Oh. You come to pray. Now, pastor will ask you to pay your tithes, to claim your blessings with social amount. This is somebody, you don't have money to travel abroad. And you went to pastor to explain to him that you want to travel outside the country, but you have no money. And the pastor starts taxing you. Same thing with someone that goes to Wadibia. You go to Wadibia and explain to Wadibia that you came because you are very poor. You are living from hand to mouth, and the Nwadibia looking at you that come for him to do ogwego for you, he now tax you to go and bring hundreds of millions of naira, to bring cow, to bring this, to bring. If you have that money that Nwadibia is taxing you before he will do that rituals for you to get money, I don't think you will go there. You can't go there because you are employed. You are receiving either your weekly or your monthly salary. You are receiving your stipends. You are realizing your money from your businesses. So what are you going to Dibia's house to do? And what are you going to pastor's house or a place of prayer to do if you have that money? Mazi, you are okay. You are okay. You are okay. Can you hear me? Mazi, we are hearing you. All right. So you can see that um all these that we are suffering, religion this, religion that, is because of bad government. I remember one priest then, he told us that, look, that um the place that he just visited, I think he said he was coming back from America. He said in that place that people just see church as a means of socialization. Is where people go, they just go and socialize with people. He said that you don't even waste time, that if you waste too much time in the church, like in the church, you don't waste more than 1 hour. He said if you stay more than 1 hour in celebrating mass, you will see them, they'll be smoking their cigarettes, they will sipping their tea, they will be in groups discussing, greeting, and all this is that nobody has the time to come and spend hours, to come and spend days in the name of making or seeking God's blessings. And this is what our brother is trying to say here. Mazi, are you back? Can you hear me right now? You are fully back. Mazi, you are back. You are set. You are good to go. Can you hear me? Mazi, can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear
All
you.
right, thank you so much.
Yes.
So Mazi, I want to ask from, oh my gosh. Okay, we can see that our brother have just said it, that our fathers do not lay down any religion for us. Because when you look at his explanations, you can see that even people shouting, going back to our root, going back to our, they don't even understand it. They thought that is what some people have done now, saying they are, I don't know what they call themselves. And you condemn building houses of worship, and you say you are going back to your root, and you still went ahead to go and build a house of worship. You still collect the offerings that you condemn. You condemn offerings being collected by pastors. You calling yourself a traditionalist. You went and built house in the name of worship. You still collect the same offering. You still collect the same tithes, and you collect different things. You even do what you call naming ceremony, or child presentation. Sorry, um, uh, um, pardon me, please. You do what you call child presentation. Where did our fathers do that? So it is good that we enlighten our people to understand exactly what it means going back to our roots. Mazi, can you hear me right now? All right. Now, from your explanations, Mazi, I want to ask, does it mean that going back to our roots, okay, going back to our roots, does it mean that is not exterminating other people who do not have the same belief with you? Like we hear some people say, "Aga piawa hazo, aga ostracize her, aga eme this, aga eme that." and they are scaring their own people away from the freedom that we are pursuing. Or if going back to our roots means ostracizing those who does not believe, who does not share the same belief or faith with you, I would want you to tell us.
Okay. Okay, Mother. Let me just go back to home. If we travel home this Xmas, when they call for a village meeting, will they tell you that so religion will not be needed? It is impossible. When they levy everybody in the community, they will not keep the money of traditionalists one side and keep the money of Christians one side and Judaism and what is it called, Muslim or anybody one side. It is for the community. That is to say, we gather there to achieve something, and if you go home, onye na chia. That's what I asked one Jehovah Witness member, my friend, when they gather in a place, if they want to build a house or their gathering place, it must be Jehovah Witness members. If they want to give job, they will look for their member to give job. They will call it one. Then I asked him, if you want to enter Keke na Pepe, please, will you wait for Ama Jehovah Keke to enter? He will say no. So let me go back. Some of our people who is telling you, aga-apịwa mmadụ azụ, aga-akụwa, that is their level of mentality. They cannot reason beyond that. That's their belief. One is that they are angry with what the other people, the way the people enter their place. But when we grew, they are no longer torturing. Maybe they said Christians came, they tortured our people, they forced them into Christianity to believe. Yes. But when we were growing, there was no such activities from Christians again. That is to say, the generation we met or the generation we were born in. I'm not a Christian, no. I don't do anyone. I am not ordinal. I'm not anything. I believe in nature. If I cut yam, put it on the ground at the normal time, it will give back to yam. That's what I believe. Law of nature. I don't, if you do bad, you witness bad. If you contribute where they are discussing how to harm somebody, whenever people gather and discuss about you, another person will be there supporting them to represent you. That's how you do for people. So that's the nature. That's what I believe. I've been a Sunday school teacher. I've been a Christian. I've been all these things. I've been a writer. I am no longer there. Then there is no one I belong to. Not a Judaism, not a Christ, not anything. But in case so that you will not, somebody will not think this is this or no. I don't do, but I balance matters. So let us continue. So somebody will want to sell market now. He's only ordinary. I got pay Christian also. But he will tell you the price without asking you, are you a Christian? The same person, when he want to enter a vehicle, like Ama Jehovah, if you want to enter a bus, you will not wait for one now. You will still enter. You will not ask the person, are you Ogonmo? You will not ask the person, are you Christian? You will not ask the person, have you attended to church? You will still sell market to that person. That is how it is to Biafra. Some people who look to people who are ignorant of what Biafra or our land stands for, when they are involved in Biafra struggle and they start discussing religion, they will try to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as their defense, which they are completely wrong. In their presentations, it is quietly different from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. One, I will refer. IPOB writes to US government over the killings of Christians, Judeo-Christians and the Muslims in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu condemns the killings of Christians in Nigeria. Compare it with those people who are telling you in the name of Biafra, Agapewa Christian also, it is a lie. That is not the belief of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu said, I will not go through anybody to communicate my God. Right? But he said, there is a prophet called Yahweh. His name is not Jesus to me. They may call him Jesus, but I went and inquired the main name. They named him. They called him Yahweh Yeshua, Chizoba. If I want to call him in the Igbo name, I will call him Chizoba. That is the name of Jesus. That is to say, Nnamdi Kanu is still not in the same line with you. The other people say Jesus never existed. Then I told them, don't bring Nnamdi Kanu closer because he never told you Jesus never existed. He said the name Jesus is not his name. But a prophet like that existed. He prayed his prayer. He prayed the prayer of Yahweh Yeshua. He prayed it, Nnamdi Kanu prays it. Now, some people will talk about Nnamdi Kanu, they will refer to Bible. They say Bible is useless, but Nnamdi Kanu will refer you to Bible. He always boasts with Bible. IPOB defends Christians in every level. We are the only defender of Christians in Nigeria. So for people who may see personal mindset of people, you begin to refer it on how Biafra will be. Let me tell you, Biafra supersedes every stupidity of any man. Constitution of Biafra. One, Biafra will give you a job, right? So if somebody call for crusade in the morning, you will know if you will quit your job and go to crusade. Biafra will give you a job, give you light, give you comfort. Then you will know your problem and know the problem government will solve for you. It is left for you to leave your job and go to Wadibia, go to Ibafa, where you have job. You go and look for a Tedibia, you'll be selling market. That's your business, right? But it will reduce the traffic. It will reduce the traffic. You will see that people will now have choice whom to worship. But as it stands now, nobody, anybody that is fighting any religion is working for the government of Nigeria. Do you know the reason? Nigeria government will never intervene. It is in their own interest because it always perfects their agenda. But if you are in a civilized country, if you threaten any religious people, you'll be arrested. Do you understand? So it is the hobby of Nigeria. That is why anybody can jump up. Let me tell you, just like Christians, if somebody that don't believe in Christianity attack a Christian pastor or a religion, a Christian, the Christian may go to the police. And there's somebody who is not a Christian, who do not have the same faith with the pastor, will he be mocking the pastor and say, why did he go to police? Why did he not use Holy Ghost fire? He cannot use it on you because you do not have the same faith with him. So the pastor can settle the matter of Christians with other Christians. But you that is outside Christianity, he will go to the government because there is no place where you can sit down and settle with him. One, you do not believe in his faith. So he don't believe in your own. So middleman should come. So don't blame a pastor who go to the police. I am not a Christian. Don't blame Ogomo too or any Omenala who go to the police. So you don't expect pastor to invoke Holy Ghost fire to come and kill you. It is not your religion. Pastors have been having issues. Christians have been having issues in Christianity. They settle it in Christianity. They don't call police. They call police for you because you are another faith. And you refuse to understand him. And he did not understand you. So you go to a middleman to settle. That is government. So it is not crime. In case people are moving away from that side, trying to narrate another one. Now, in our land, we call it Onyenachia. Everybody in his own God. Nnamdi Kanu say, if you like, worship Ochicha, cockroach. If you like, you start worshiping snake. That is your business, right? If you like, worship stone. But he will worship Chukwu Abiyama. So now, Nnamdi Kanu say the name of our God, we call him is Chukwu Abiyama. He did not say that you are not free to call God, but he never threatened any religion. Because he knows that Biafra supersedes everything. Biafra Constitution. Biafra Constitution will hold anybody from threatening any religion. Because there will be provision for your protection. See, this is only in Biafra that every religion will know the value of their religion. But under Nigeria, you have no basis. Do you know the reason why Christian, because they are the major religion in Nigeria. Do you know why they are hanging in Nigeria? It's because they are not backed up with the constitution of Nigeria. There is no place mentioned Christian in Nigerian constitution. But Islam, Imam, mosque, what is it called? Muhammad. So many of them was mentioned multiply, some 40 times, some 60 times, some for certain times in the constitution, but Christian was not mentioned, church was not mentioned, bishop was not mentioned, and the Bible was not mentioned, but Quran was mentioned in Nigerian constitution. So that is why they are in a very serious mess in that country. But to what they did to our people when they came earlier, this is what I have presented. I said it is not wrong for you to go back to our root. One, abandon you that believes in our own. You should abandon block rosary. Go back to Akoko Ifo and allow people that are doing block rosary on their own. If you don't believe in it, abandon Bible study. Go back to Akoko Ifo. It is the same thing. They will tell you about the history of our place. In the Bible study, they will tell you about the history of Rome, or history of Thessalonica, or history of Ephesians, or history of Corinth, a history of Iraq. That is UR. Abraham is from UR, Iraq, right? They will tell you history of that place. Right? But in our Akoko Ifo, they will tell you what killed the other traditional ruler. They will tell you what makes this compound close. That the father killed the son, and the son killed the other one. And that's why the family, the compound deserted, and this place closed down. A compound does not close in vain. Something must happen. That's why, that's things we learn from Akoko Ifo. So you should not be attacking somebody that went to Black Rosary, who have accepted it wholeheartedly. You that don't believe in it is to convert your children back to Akoko Ifo. You that don't believe in night carol, you should go back to Egwu. You that does not believe in wrestling, you go back to Ekeremba. You that does not believe in wedding, you hold on to your traditional marriage. You should not attack the other one. Hold on your own so that it will attract people to see that your God is good. They will go to you. You will not force anybody and you will not threaten anybody. From childhood, our father will tell us, look at this land, bring your friends, make sure you clean it, put it in order, then I will put yam for you. It is your farm. They are teaching you independence. You can decide on your own. When you grow, they will give you an obi. That is onye na chia. Go there, manage your family. If you have anything to ask me, you can come and ask us as your parents. We will advise you. But you have freedom. The same thing we are agitating from Nigeria. We want to be freed. The same thing IPOB practices in IPOB. If you are no longer believing in IPOB ideology, you will be expelled. That is giving you freedom. If your mind, you are just contemplating whether you will continue or not, IPOB will discover they will suspend you. It is also giving you freedom. We believe in it. So in our land, there is nothing like any intimidation. So people may believe anything, but does not refer to another person as evil. People may be evil, yes, against you through their religion, but presently, those that are doing the religion, they accepted it. So our duty is to message, because what Nnamdi Kanu said is that our people should be wise. Our people should make use of their sense, knowing that you cannot pray and your farm will be cleaned or the grasses will die. No, it is practical. There was a place I was teaching our people the other day somewhere. I told them that the God of motor is mechanic. The God of death is Baba, who will barb you. The God of tire is a vulcanizer. That God does not bless Nigeria because he does not create Nigeria. That's where my topic started with them. God does not bless motor, he blesses the person that drives it or the owner of the motor, because God does not create motor. God does not create bulb. If your bulb burn, you go and change it, buy another bulb. God, you cannot pray the bulb will start again. If you don't have fuel in your vehicle, you cannot pray you have fuel. God doesn't care. Right? So these are things people should know that IPOB presented. that you will fight for your freedom. You will know what is good. You will know what is bad. You will not hope on lies of somebody who is a traditional ruler, religion, what is it called? Doctor, traditional doctor, that is Dibia. Somebody that will tell you somebody is pursuing you, it's your brother. The same thing they do in the that Dibia now, native doctor. The same thing they do in the pastor. They will tell you somebody is pursuing you. Dibia also do it. But the constitution of Biafra will arrest the Dibia. The constitution of Biafra will arrest the pastor. He will no longer give false prophets because he will see his co-false prophets in jail. Dibia will see his co-one in jail. You know, then if you constitute new times, there is a constitution. So you cannot useless our people in Biafra in the name of Ordinala, in the name of pastor, because the constitution will hold. But for now, any crisis you want to rise, Nigeria will support it because there is no guarantee of your safety in Nigeria, no religion apart from Muslim. That is why people, it is so escalating in Nigeria more than any other country because no backup constitution to all this religion apart from Muslim. So there is no effect of any religion in Biafra. That is why it is called Biafra. Biafra, come and join. Everybody come and join. The constitution supersedes your belief book, your religious book, both your Torah, both your Quran, both your Ordinala, whatever or mena, whatever you present, the constitution controls you, controls you. The constitution controls your community. The constitution set up how we will live. And this constitution will be written by the people. So you cannot be in the same community with a Christian because you are Ordinala. Then you will now make a constitution that will be against the Christian when the Christians are alive. No, now everybody will be there to make the constitution better, suitable, and be presented to the federal level, and the federal level will look into it and remove or amend. Right? So this is where our people should base and hold on their argument. You can argue, then you do not attack. Here. That is when you throw another one. I am not inciting. It doesn't happen. Because if there is a government, you will not see a pastor or anybody preaching Christian. You will be pushing the person or you will be challenging the person to say, leave this place. We don't want to hear you here. No, it is the constitution of Biafra that will permit the person to come with a microphone, or the constitution will prohibit the person from disturbing you with microphone. But as it stands now, Nigerian constitution guarantees the person to come with microphone, right? The constitution guarantees the person to come and talk to you. But when Biafra come, the constitution guarantees the person to come and talk to you, and the constitution protects the person from you attacking that person. But now you can see somebody with Ordinala or Dibia, you push him out. Or you can see somebody with the Bible, you say, go, 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 we don't want it. Yes, it is your right, but you should not touch the person. You should not attack the person because you are free to go and preach your own. Right? That is how it is. It is balanced equation. So the constitution will stop false prophets because when you prophesy to the public, not to your family, the government will be aware, will be waiting. If it didn't work, the people that will come and arrest you will come and arrest you. So the other pastor will not do. If you do miracle, people investigate to know your house so that the other people will not lie. Right? So if somebody steal and the Dibia say that this is the person that stole it and lied to set confusion, the Dibia will come and prove it. You will go to prison. If you lie, the pastor will go to prison if he lies. So everybody in the same level. Even somebody that is not believing in anything, you also commit, you go to jail. So this is where people are getting it wrong. You don't threaten anybody. And then Nnamdi Kanu's message is different from their own. Nnamdi Kanu says, Onye na chia, but he said, stop defrauding people and start telling people truth. He do not believe in the name Jesus, but he believe in the prophet Yahweh Yeshua, which is Jesus to the other people as they call it, right? He don't believe in worshiping anybody because he believe in the prayer of Jesus. He said, "For thine is the kingdom, power and glory forever and ever." Amen. That is to say, Nnamdi Kanu said he will not worship anybody born of a woman, which is Jesus. He will not worship him and anybody. But he will communicate to God direct. That's how our Father communicates. But he believed in the prophet Jesus, who have existed. He knew. But he called it Yahweh Yeshua. He said he went to that place and know his name. I am telling you what Nnamdi Kanu believes in. So, as he believed in that prayer, he said, "Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Now, at the finishing of the prayer, he said, "For thine is the kingdom, power and glory forever and ever." You see that forever and ever. Mazi Nnamdi doesn't joke with it. Do you know the reason? He did not say, "Even if I die and resurrect from the death, so the glory will now come to me." No. He said, "Forever and ever." That is to say, it is not for him. Right? So there is a one for him. Then we go direct. That's why he go to Deuteronomy 20 to tell you when you want to go to New Testament, he may tell you he don't believe in it. Let us go to the Bible book of Old Testament. That is to say, he believed in the Bible. He believed Jesus existed. He believed Muhammad existed. But he cannot go through God, go to God through them, because we are all children of God. No one is greater than each other. We are born with from by the same Father. So if there is anything I committed that prohibit me from meeting my Father, so I will now meet fellow child, fellow family son in the compound to go and talk to my Father. That is to say, I am not a true child of the family, because it is only slave that will meet a child of the house to talk to the king over his request. So that is it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mazi. You are doing a very great sensitization here. You are just brain resetting our people, and I believe that this message will go far, so that so many people that has been misled by some individuals will be their brains will be resetted, and they will understand that nobody, no religion supersedes the other, and that everybody has the right and freedom to worship whatever they want. That was why our leader said that if you want to make a cockroach your God and worship, that is your business. But the most interesting thing I'm hearing from you here today is that if there is government, or when Biafra comes, that there will be a constitution that will guide people, both money, ngomo, money, nagoka. Everybody will be guided by the constitution, because there are some people that early in the morning, when you want to have that early morning sleep, you hear loudspeakers that face north, south, east, and west, and it will be disturbing you. And now, Mazi, do you see a dangerous move, very dangerous move now that is going on in our land? This just came to my mind now. Do you see this group of youths that they don't understand that what they do is that they step on people's rights? You see them, some people, they will see a pastor, and without any provocation, they will go and be fighting that pastor, because maybe they see the pastor carrying Bible, or they see a preacher, and they'll be fighting. They will collect the instruments the person is using to preach, and the other things. Mazi, is it worth doing? Does it worth it? Is that what we are going to do in Biafra land when Biafra comes? All right. These glitches we must overcome, because our brother is in a very big sensitization here. I believe that as many that are listening will now begin to rethink and begin to adjust. And it is very, very imperative for people to understand that there is no shortcut for those that believe in heaven, there is no shortcut to heaven. The best thing for you to do is to be guided by the laws, to observe your customs, your culture, and your tradition. That even if you believe in God, that you're believing in God, you should not allow yourself to be brainwashed. You should not allow yourself to be used by another man. As a pastor, there are things that when a so-called man of God will ask you to do, you yourself supposed to know that this is ungodly. Like they claim that you can buy blessings. You can't buy blessings of God because you were born and you were blessed. How can a pastor ask you to come and claim testimonies with such an amount of money? It is not done. And for you that is not a Christian, that is a non-Christian, you have no right to attack people on what they believe. Everybody is free to worship whatever they think it is good for them. Mazi, you are welcome back to the program. Can you hear me? Mazi, are you there with me? Oh, such an interesting um, contributions from our brother. But we must continue because people have really wanted to use this religious issue to divert our attention. They have tried to use it to scare other people. The other day, when we were on the program of Catalonia National Day, I said something there that on the votes on the referendum conducted by the Catalonians on October 1st, 2017, that there was no ballot box for Christians and another ballot box for uh, uh, Hindus or for Muslims or for unbelievers. There was nothing like that. All came and voted. They have the same interest. What am I trying to talk about? That the issue of religion must not be overemphasized. It must not supersede the cause of our freedom. Our common interest is not religion. Our common interest is not atheism. Our common interest is not traditional worship. Our common interest is freedom. And that is what we should be focused on. But because some people have no context, because some people have nothing to give, they always come, they hammer on it, they fight people, they attack people, even people fighting the same cause with you. They will tell you, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said this. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never said, what these people are doing is just like these same pastors or the so-called men of God who keep misinterpreting even the Bible they believe in. That's the same way these brothers have come to misinterpret the messages of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was never against Christians. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never condemned Christians, but he condemned the bad works of some people, of some Christians, just the same way he condemned the evil that even the unbelievers do. But our people came to champion it, that there will be no existence of any religion when Biafra comes. Who does that? In which society does that exist? People have the right to believe and they have the freedom to worship. Mazi, you are fully back. You are welcome back to the program.
to
All
another.
right,
Thank you
that
very
is
much.
true.
Okay, let me
We must
continue
continue.
on the break.
We
Okay.
must do justice to this topic so that people should
Okay.
learn right to be focused. Mazi, I want to ask, is there
Okay.
any
Yes.
right? Is there any
Okay.
existing society across the globe where there is zero intolerance of religion. Does any society like that exist? A society where there is zero intolerance of religion.
Thank you. You know, if you come to villages, I'm not talking about communities because villages make up community in our land, and we are the only people still having autonomous community in the world. Now, first of all, as first example, when you hear autonomous community, you will also refer it to religion. There is autonomy in religion, worshiping or of any kind. Now, you come to the village, you will now have kindreds, umunna, meeting umunna, right? That's where you force in. So you do not condemn the other people. Now, there is no place. The only thing is that you come to a place with your religion, you obey the constitution of the land. Some people are mad people here. When they travel abroad, the constitution of that very land, or when they travel to another country, the constitution of that country will shape them. Constitution will shape you. The problem of this, all those mess, is the government. That somebody will just come and commit acid. You go to where people keep something, you put fire, you say you're a pastor, you are burning down a shrine. You committed acid already, good acid. Then somebody will do aja. They say it's a sacrifice. He will come to the public place, junction where everybody is passing, and come and keep the mess. The person that is pursuing Christian preacher did not see that. He did not remember the mess he saw on the junction when he was passing. He was focusing on a Christian pastor. Why? Because when they came, they
Oh my God. We must continue. We must continue. This the glitch must obey, it must be obedient, because he's coming to, even I saw a question that someone asked about what he was just about to explain. What about some people who will go to a shrine and set it on fire? You see, I want to tell the person that is asking this question, Emmanuel Akabeze, you were the one that asked this question. Now, have you really looked into the lives of any man, any woman that wakes up one morning and say that he's charged by the Holy Ghost, that the Holy Ghost told him to go and burn that shrine? Have you ever looked into their lives and see how they ended? I have seen some. I have one of them. I had, because he's no more. I had my uncle then. He was a member of Deeper Life, and he came back sometime to the village, and there was this. They were playing masquerade, and he took his Bible to go and preach to the masquerade. He even had a handshake with the masquerade, and he threatened the people playing the masquerade. His end was never good. His end was so bad because after few days, he became a madman, and he started doing so many atrocious acts. He even took his he left his wife and took his younger brother's wife and started sleeping with his youngest brother's wife. I mean, his end was so disastrous and so terrible. So, and again, you know that some people in burning down oh my God, in burning down shrines, you know that some people come in agreement to do that. It is different from somebody who wakes up, you did not consult your siblings, you did not consult your family members, and you move up to a shrine or deity set up by your father for the family, and then set it up, set it on fire. It is different from people who come in agreement. Probably all of them have turned to born agains or believers, and they come in uniform and agreed that they want to remove whatever they felt is their problem to their family. It is different. And sometimes a clan also does that. Sometimes they might come in unity and agree, okay, we are going to invite a priest, we are going to invite a pastor to come and pray for them and destroy certain things they no longer believe in. It is different. It was in it was their own agreement. So you don't question that because they agreed willingly to do that. So you that is asking this question is that is the same thing that some people who believe that they are, I don't know, because what they're doing is not Omenala and Ordinana. I think we can come to that if this the glitch can permit us. Maybe we can come to talk about what is really Omenala and what is really Ordinana. Because Omenala is not being taught to anybody. You are born with the spirit. It is a custom and culture. You cannot be taught your culture. The values that you upheld from where you are coming from, it is a way of life. It is not a religion. So for you thinking that Omenana or Ordenana is your religion, it is not your religion because no man brought it. Do you have a history of any man that brought Omenana or Ordenana? Do you have such history? But other religions, we have their histories. Catholic Church have a history. Protestants, they have their history. Spiritual churches, they have their history. We know about Jesus. We know about Martin Luther. We know about is it this church in the Aboro for all these the Lord's choosing watchman, this that we know their history. But who have you had? Who did your father told you that he is the one that introduced the way we marry? Who is the one that introduced the way we farm or the food that we eat? Who introduced it? Who introduced festivals that we uphold, like New Year Festival, like Ibomang Festival, like Okorosha, and other festivals in our land? Who introduced it? Nobody. We have no history of that. We have never heard of that. But for other things that happen in our land, we have all the histories. So you claiming that in a game omenana or ordenana as your own way of religion, it is not, because our fathers never told us that. You that is building a monument, or you are setting up a building, and you still deceive people. For how long will our people be deceived? You that is going to who told you? Did your father, did your forefather do that? Did your progenitors, did they do that? What they do is in their family, they put the anyanwụ na-eze elu or ihu agwụ nsi, and they wake up and do their thing. But now, even you claiming to be onye ọdịnala and onye omenala, you take your child and go and give to someone, and the person is saying that he's doing a child presentation that you condemn churches doing. Are you now doing the right thing? Are you better off the people that you are condemning? We should stop scaring our people, and we should stop diverting our focus. We are targeting one goal. What we target is freedom. Mazi, you are welcome back so that you continue before the glitch will come at its worst. All right, welcome back, Mazi. Do you still have other contributions to make, or do I go ahead with my questions? Mazi, you are live. Oh my God. Okay, if we couldn't finish this topic, maybe I don't know, but let's see how it will be, because we have to do justice to this very topic so that everybody will be focused. Okay, all right, you are welcome
Network
back,
and
Mazi.
network.
We will
Okay,
take
it's
care
all
of
right.
it. Okay, you have more things to say, or do I bring my questions?
Yes. So
All
just
right.
like some
Oh my
talking,
God. Yeah,
network
okay.
and a member uncomfortable. Should I continue?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. So just like in our land, there are things Catholic do at times. They will carry the image of Mary go round. Eh, I was discussing with somebody. He was telling me, condemning it. But I asked him, "Do you have a masquerade?" He said yes. He said, "Why can't you face your mom? This is a mom, the Catholic. That's their own masquerade. So why must you turn it like that?" People must make sure that they are always balancing issues. You have masquerade at home. Yes. Do you worship it? No. But you feel joyful when your masquerade come out. Allow those people that carry their merry round with their joy. That is their own masquerade. That is their own mount. People must balance things. Now, in our land, in Biafra land, now in Igbo land, any woman that is selling mborog with the hot drink, kai kai, is now with the wine. They are now with wine. Where do you have such in Igbo land? Is it not these people that are energizing them, giving them more grant? You see, the way they drop sacrifices in the junctions in our village places now is not like before. So people people will be doing something they cannot control. You cannot control it. You give people go ahead order to do whatever they like. Yes, they came here. They told you us that our fathers are evil. Even they're still saying it today. But you still have something to present to them. You ask the person, if my father is evil in what he did, was he also evil in the food they discover for us? The answer is no. Then let me go to Menala and Ordinary. If you come to Menala, it is called Ome, something that used to happen in the land. Ome Nala. The other one, Ordinala, something that have been in the land. Let me just give an example. Arrow, so arrow, don't germinate in our place. Right? On a line, it doesn't happen in our place. Then I maybe he said na ada nwanyị nwụọ, or the first daughter die in his husband place, they will take the body to his home, right? There are people that does it. That is omenala, not ordinala. Omenala anyị is that na nwanyị lụọ di, she na be die lọta like this. Either so thing will happen to the children or not. That is omenal. If you go to another place, they don't do it, right? They may accept this place, they may not accept here. Do you understand? Some places, omenal is that if a woman born in their house before going to marry, the child will not go with her. That is omenala. The other place, the child will go with her wherever she married. It is omenala. The other people don't do it. That is omenala. 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 Right? Omenala is that now we do iriji before we celebrate iriji, before we eat new yam, we celebrate it. That is omenala. It is different from ordinala. Do you understand? Ordinala is that the senior man dies, the senior man replaces him. Ordinala. Odiwaga is not just start happening. Omenala is something that start happening and people take it and people rule on it, decide on it, and they allow it to continue. They can still change it. Omenala can be changed. But ordinala doesn't change. Ordinala is that if the elderly man dies in the kindred, the next elderly man is their head. It is ordinala, not omenala. Ordinala is that the first daughter's right is that is first daughter is first daughter. Ordinala is the first son to this place. First son is the head of the family. It is ordinala. It is not ome. It is not ome. It is orde. It had been there, right? So when people are saying something they don't know, they will be boasting on it as if they know it. There is ordinala. There is something we call ofo. Ofo is a tree. Osisi ofo. The branches fall by itself. Very smooth. It is osisi ofo. We may go and keep it under the bed, the head, that is pillow. That's how my mother does it. The other people will go and put Bible under their own pillow. The other people will put chaplet under their pillow. The other people will put cross under their pillow. But we put osisi ofo. We can keep Ede at the window. You may keep cross at the window. It is you and your own. If something, there's something we call akwe, like it comes at here. That thing, that boy, that big one that used to come here, it's not a boy, though. It will later go back. Or it come at between your two legs, right? Or on your lap here, one of your lap. Do you know how we do it? No different medicine. We'll go and bring broom, one piece of broom. You will touch it on that thing in the morning 7 times. You drop it, that broom. In the evening, you touch it on that thing 7 times. Within some days, it will go back. Maybe if you go to China, that is not what they use. Maybe if you go to Yoruba, that is not how they do it. Do you understand? That is omenala. Are you understanding?
Oh my God. I believe I am not the only person that is learning from our brother. I believe and I hope this message goes far so that our people should be focused and those people who thought that, oh, this is what is, if this is what is really going to happen when Biafra comes, please, this Biafra shouldn't come. Nobody should be scared. Nobody should be scared. Mazi, you are welcome back. Please go on.
So people should know what is omenala and ordinala. Something that have been there. Omenala is that maybe what is it? The first son who have the compound. That may be or that is ordinala. That one is ordinala. It has been there. It doesn't change, right? Omenala is people may change omenala. Like Elon, they may change the constitution and say, okay, this is how to marry a graduate. We have updated it. You can update omenala, but you see ordinala. It has been there. Ordinal is that when you see that your stream have overflow, or that is overflow, we know that it used to happen. It used to happen here. Maybe there is a rainfall on the other side, or river have overflowed to the other side, far away, and it connects to our place. Though rain did not fall, if you come to that place, it have overflowed. We know it used to happen. We have it in mind, right? So another one is this etoge. We know that we use kola nut to eat together. It is like covenant. It is a covenant, eating together so that you cannot kill your brother. That is what we use kola nut to do. People started separating. When people started bringing evil thing, they will put it evil in the orchard. You eat it, you die. So people started separating themselves because some people have come with evil. Do you understand? We drink from one cup. It is covenant. We take the kola nut from one portion. It is covenant that you cannot kill your brother. It shows love. Anybody you take the same kola nut from that portion, you cannot kill him. You cannot betray him. Even if the white man is looking for the person, you cannot show them where Mazokeke was hiding. Right? That is it. So even the Christianity, in Christian, they do it. They call it Holy Communion. They give it to their members. They eat it. That is love. Jesus said, this one will be bringing love among you. He did not say it's a holy something. As in the Bible, it is never holy. It is man that name it holy because he washed their legs. Our Father also discovered stream for us where we go and fetch water. When you drink from that very portion, you will not go against your brother or your sister in that village. If you do that, it will bring setback. It is the same thing in the Christian. You eat the same kola nut. That is what they call Holy Communion. You drank from the same cup, which is they call the blood of Jesus. The same palm wine cup the same cup we used to drink palm wine. It is the same thing. It all signifies love. It all signifies love. But these people say it is holy. But there is nothing holy there because Judas also took it. Judas wasn't holy because Jesus already called him a thief before he gave them the thing. He called Judas a thief when he said, let us sell the oils here and share the money to the poor. Jesus called him a thief. So already, and Jesus also said that one of you will betray him. He already know Judas. So he never gave Judas holy something. He gave them this and said, this will be in remembrance of me. Let me just give an example that if your father is late, then if there is something he used to do for you every festival, and if he is no more there, maybe in the next festival, when your father have died, if your mother eventually tried to bring a little like that to you, if you children of that man gather to eat it, you will remember your father. Whenever you gather in that time, you remember, I remember when our father was alive. That is in remembrance of me. And he said, it will bring love among you. Our father does it with kola nut before that one of Jesus. We does it with one cup palm wine. We drink with one cup to share it, the whole everybody. Jesus did it to his disciples. So it is equivalent to the same thing. What you have here, we have it here. So people should know what they are doing. There is no place where our Father directed to go and worship. We always communicate God wherever we gather. If we gather in a village meeting, we communicate God through an elder. The elder automatically is a priest. Every elder in our place, every elder, wherever we gather, automatically is a priest. He is to give another person order to pray. The elder may tell you, go ahead. He give you go ahead. He's a priest automatically in our land. Anything he says, God listens to him. He have the mountain wherever we gather. That is seniority. It is ordinala, not omenala. That one is ordinala, not omenala. Wherever we gather, the elderly man is the priest here. He is there to tell you, go ahead.
All
He have
right,
passed
as
it.
the technical
So
director.
I don't know what people are bringing and say there is a place. I have said no place where we gather to worship. They say they are gathering people there so that they can teach them. What are you teaching me? Are you teaching me how to build a house? Only constitution, only.
All right, from what our brother is saying, I believe that many of us are learning, and I know we are we will try to change our ways of thoughts. We should learn to be tolerant. We should know that irrespective of what you believe in. Mazi, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Do Aja for me, let me get work when the government have given me work. So these are things people should separate from what they are calling religion. If they want to fight bad government, let them confront the government. Let them not be hooking us, let them not complicate issues, right? Because everybody is wrong. Mwadibia have wrong ones, the pastor have wrong ones, neutral people have wrongdoings, but the constitution, the government is in charge to handle everything. But the government have left it. So how can you achieve it? You cannot achieve it just to focus and restore a peaceful country with constitution where you can decide. So people should know that we never gather in a place to worship. Rather, if we come to a meeting, somebody will lead us by consulting God, blessing the kola nut, and pray that we'll eat and have life, and pray that where the kola nut came from, it shall fill back, so that we will never lack whenever we gather. That's the prayer of our fathers. If they want to pray for their children in abroad or travel or anywhere, they will pray for Ijalo, BCJ, right? They never pray for blessing because they know blessing had been there. So there is no, now people will gather a place, they will be clapping, they will be singing our song, right? It's the same thing. Just say you change language. It is the same worshiping of Christian method. You change language. The same body language is of the Christian. The same character is of the Christian. There is no changes there. It's just condemning this one, establishing another one. So that is what people are doing. You know, I'm a middleman. I don't play, I don't have sides. That is my life. It's always my life. Always at the middle, separate issues and go my way. If you don't I can never side you.
Oh my God. This happens whenever it becomes more interesting. You see, I laugh at people when they said, people go to church to pray from morning till night, they do this, they do that. The same people who said that churches should not be built, that churches should be transformed to industries, churches should be transformed to become plants, they still went ahead to build churches. I don't know what is exactly wrong with our people. People could easily be hypnotized that anything, any breeze of any gospel carries them away. How could you be carried away by such winds that somebody will condemn the establishment of building a structure? The person will condemn it, and that same person that condemns it will now go and set up another structure, and these people will now troop in, they will follow him and go there and be clapping, using musical instruments. They will be dancing, they will be singing, doing the same thing that they condemned of the other people. When shall our people become reasonable? When shall they be able to sit down, study things that they see and things that they hear? and now reason very well. Mazi, you are welcome. You can continue, please. Mazi, you are back with us. Please go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, he will be back soon. So, let people stop encroaching on people's rights. Believe your belief, worship your worship, and allow other people to breathe. Omenan is not your problem. Religion is not your problem. And the pastor should build companies for you. The pastor should employ people. That house, that structure, is it the pastor that built it? No, it was never the pastor. The pastor did not build the house. Instead, it was people that had common belief gathered together and said, let them contribute money and then put up a structure where they will be coming to worship. And foolishly, after building that structure, they will now be contributing and giving to the pastor. Just like this same man who said that he's the highest chief of, or the chief priest of Omenana, has set up a structure and he is eating from the people. The same thing he is condemning of the pastors. People are coming, contributing money for him, making offerings and donations, and he is eating fat as the same way the pastor he condemned or was condemning was doing. But our people could not read in between the lines. Mazi, you are fully welcome back. You are okay right now. You can now go ahead, please. All right, he's still the technical director is still trying to bring him back fully. He can't hear me yet. So, what are we talking about today? What we are talking about today is that ignorance that, all right, go ahead, please. This is too bad for us. This is too bad. This is too bad. We must deal with this very topic because we are driving to the main topic of the day. You know, where what we are trying to discuss today is going back to our roots without science, technology, and revolutionized agriculture, how disastrous it is going to become on our generation and the unborn generation. And we are trying to drive there, but if the glitch continue, maybe if we try more and it's not working out, maybe we can end the program and then come back another day to continue on the program because this topic is a very broad topic. We want to um, brain reset our people so that they will not think that attacking people will make them to become better people. Because to me, uh, Christians are not your problem. Christianity is not your problem. Neither the way of any man or any woman worship is your problem. It is not the duty of your pastor to build companies and employ unemployed citizens. It is the duty of the government. Individuals on their own can build industries, they can establish plants where they employ people. But if you don't have the money, or if it is not in the vision of that man who is said to be a man of God, it is not his responsibility. We must stop misleading our people. Establishing companies and employing individuals is not the responsibility of your pastor. It is the responsibility of your government who is collecting your tax, because it is your government that collects your taxes. They are to establish the social and basic amenities. It is their responsibility to create job opportunities. It is their responsibilities to control market prices. It is not the duty of your pastor. So you, a Christian, that will also go to the house of God to be praying from morning to night so that prices of fuel or prices of items in the market could come down. You are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. Because our problem is bad government. If the government shall become good, the hyperinflation we are experiencing today will not be happening. How can someone wake up and increase just pump price and you went inside room or you went to be fasting and praying? I mean, what does your fasting and prayer has to do with that? Mazi, all right, all right. I believe our brother is fully back and we must continue. Mazi, go ahead, please.
Okay. Let me just, my network is bad, but I will touch some areas and see if I can be, at least if the network disturb again, then I can leave. Let me go there. What I want to tell our people is that some of the things they expect us to do in their other way, part of the going back to our root. One, during farm, the time to go to farm, people that doesn't have food to put in either yam, they will go to somebody, the person will give them yam to go and plant. We still do it today in business. We give people goods to sell and make gain. Sometimes we'll forfeit it. Sometimes they'll be bringing money and taking their profit. Then we'll be supporting them. Some of these things that people want us to do in the root area, we have moved it to this place. And in going back to our root, there is no sickness that our people cannot cure here. But this time around, the same going back to our root people are the people directing us to India to go and have treatment. They are the same people telling you they will build a hospital and bring equipment. But our fathers never gave us equipment. They direct us to the roots and the herbs. Then these people shouting, going back to our roots, they have panadols in their houses. These people cannot do what they are saying because they don't know it. They will come and argue you from another side because they never believe in the truth. They don't go to Atu, they will go to brush. They don't have Atu, none of them can touch Atu to a stick. They will go to brush and toothpaste. They are going back to our root too. But we have good things in the bushes we can use to make paste. They cannot do it. Going back to our root. So people should, the going back to our root they know is Christian. I'm not a Christian. I've been there before. All of you have been there. You have been there. They baptized you. They took you to court, to church. Your mother dedicated it. Two of us. You have been there. Uh-huh. So, but what I am saying is that we balance equation. Something you cannot handle. That's why I told people, you see religion, Oga, you cannot handle it. Only Nnamdi Kanu can handle it. He leads millions of people. He can control them. He can control damages. Nnamdi Kanu have the power to control any damage of any mistake he made on brokers. The next brokers, he will control the damage with in the other brokers. Can you do it? You don't have it. You don't have a voice. Your voice is too low, only on your page. Nnamdi can't have a voice. That is why the Radio Biafra analysis on Saturdays is different from their own also, because that one goes to history. Is different from their own. That one is trying to sensitize our people, but the other people is threatening our people because they lack the knowledge of analyzing. They have nothing to offer. They will just get a video of what pastor did, a miracle. They will play it. It is not analysis. You must go to the grassroots and analyze, pick up things and present to the public. If people can be telling me about go back to the root, and the person will be referring me to India doctor, that person is very, very, very far from what you are presenting to me. Very completely far. You cannot be holding brushing teeth of that is even a problem to us. In our brush, now I'm go back to our root. Don't you know that you are far from what you are presenting? Completely far. So that is what we are saying. They have olive oil, we have eluaco. They have block rosary, we have akukifo. They carry their Mary, we have their masquerade. They have their chaplet, we have Osisho. These things are things people present. They have their wedding, we have traditional marriage. Don't attack them. Grip on your own. They have harvest, we have Irij, Yam Festival. Hold on your own. Secure your people. Don't attack. Don't argue plainly. If you don't have argument, go and sit down. Don't threaten people. If you don't have, to Nnamdi can have argument. He has something to. That's why he can be able to guide us. Anybody that end up threatening, the person has nothing to offer. What are they doing to get a video of what happened? They cannot take you to the activities of our fathers. They cannot. They cannot refer you to our fathers, how they gather us, how they discover villages, how they arrange communities, how they arrange kindred, how they settle matters, how they avoid courts, how they will go to maternal home and bring and treat a matter, how they will respect your maternal home and go there and handle your matter, how they will handle the matter of a stubborn child to a maternal home, going back to our root. They know if somebody call police for their child, if somebody call police for your father, anytime you see that man, you say, they go there call my father police in one. So our fathers avoided it. Back to our roots. If you are dragging a land with somebody, or you have issue of land, the person will go there and put omu, that newest leaf of the palm tree, that one at the top. Just bring it, put it there. It signifies peace. That is going back to our root. It signifies peace. Going back to our root, if somebody die, you bury the person. No mortuary. Going back to our root. Some of them shouting back to our root. They have corpses in the mortuary. Back to our root. They have corpses in the mortuary. They have corpses. How we go to our mortuary? Okay, back to our root. People should balance things because I knew when no side. And I'm a quick go for go back. I fall. We all fall here. I did not fall in Ghana. I did not fall in Burkina Faso. Right? I fall in here. So we put things, on order. Thank you. So we can continue. What our people must understand is that people have different intentions. Just in IPOB, Biafra land, there is a way we control religion. There is a place we will gather. We will call Judaism. Come and pray. After praying, Christian, come and pray. Right? Ochora or Ogora Anyoji. Agochaya, we know that everybody is free. When the Christian is praying, if you don't want to shout amen in our own way, it is fine. If the ordinal is Nagofo, then Hadia is you may join them. If you don't like, you forget. If the Judaism is shouting both Elohim and the Yahweh Yeshua and the what's it called? Shalom. It's not my business. If you do your own, after doing your own, we discuss Biafra. This is the mentality we have. We guide it in IPOB. But some people in IPOB, they don't even know how to run it. Some people are into Biafra stuff, they don't even know how to run it. These are matters we have handled in Biafra land. That is why I can talk about it. I have the ground to talk about because we have handled such matters. People who have not controlled their family on religious issues are in the public setting confusion. Those people talking to you, if you go to their houses, their mother is a Catholic, their father is Anglican, their brother, the other one is a assemblies. But he is there fighting somebody that came to preach. He never killed everybody in his compound. This is how we judge things. That's how we judge things. So people should stop being negative. Oga, gaa kọọ akụkọ ifo. Kọrọ anyị akụkọ onye Ashime, how this man did and the compound closed. How the other traditional ruler did. That's what is in the Bible. How Herod ruled. How Herod the Tetrarch did. How Pharaoh ruled. How Nebuchadnezzar ruled. How what is it called? David ruled. How everybody. That is leadership. It is all about how people rule, how they did it well, how they did it wrong. That's what they discuss in Arawakukifu. And that Kukifu happens in special compounds, either 2 or 3 in a village. So you can go back to it, leave people that send their children to block crossing, leave people that went to Bible study. You can go to your own. You can go to night, you can go to Egwonwa. Leave people that are going for night carol. Leave them. You can go and do your masquerade. Leave people that are carrying Mary around, Mary image. Leave them. The constitution will control all things. What you need to do is to fight for the restoration of a land that will have constitution, that will make you to know that you have a blessing, and that not a pastor that will give you blessing. Just like people that go to do ritual. When you go to do ritual, you will see that 2 of you pay the same sacrifices, but you are not the same level of wealth. You do not have the same level of wealth because you have your blessing already. So the native doctor you went to did not give you any blessing. They just saw your blessing. You are wealthy already, created by God, your gift. What they do is to bring it, divide it into 4, give you 1 portion, keep 3 portion in their kingdom. That one they gave to you, you become a billionaire. They keep 3/4 there for those who do not have money. Those that is their children that are rich. You know, there are levels now in human being. People thought that everybody are the same. Somebody was given the gift to discover bulb, Thomas Edison. Somebody manufacture zinc. Somebody manufacture all this thing, fan, plastic, razor blade, matches. These are special men. You cannot be like them. Motor, bicycle, truck, barrow, plane. These are special people. They are the people Anna said God called them to establish something. So let me go back. So in our place, we at least we have time to make choice. We have time to make choice. The same way you will allow people to worship, but will not go against you. The worship will not be a harassment to you. That is why we told our people, you can evangelize now, sensitize our people, then when Biafra comes, the general constitution will control everybody. But as for now, the government will allow you to fight each other, which will yield no fruit, while you keep destroying your land. So that is what I have to say. People should focus on the task at hand. These people gathering, you don't know their intention. People are just gathering, you don't know their intention. People may be threatening religious people, and the government may use the advantage. They may attack church. They will say it's IPOB. They will say it's you. They will say it's Indo Ordinala. They will say it's this. By then, you will run away. By then, you cannot defend it. That is why we told our people that you do not have the power to defend what you are doing. Only the government can do it. And the government is not ready. What are you going to do? Sensitize our people that they cannot be at home and their farm will farm itself. They cannot be at home and their shop will fill with market, with goods. No, you cannot pray and the soup will be in your pot. No, you cannot pray and open your house, you see rice and stew. No, these are desensitization, not threatening people. You cannot tell me that you are praying for me to travel abroad when you never pray for white man to travel to my home. That is wrong. They are just trying to use your that is, they know they are using word of knowledge. Where 300 people gather, they will tell you, some of you will travel abroad this year, right? The same thing with Nwadibia. Nwadibia will do it for 20 people. Then you know now that people have blessings. It's the duty of God to bless people because He has placed it on them. When time comes, it will manifest. Maybe you come to my share.
Oh my God. Very interesting, very wonderful contributions and the analysis coming from our brother, the fearless evangelist. I believe our people are learning a lot from what is contributing this morning. Mazi, go ahead, please. Mazi, I do not want you to go until we finish this topic, please.
Thank you. So that is it. Our people must understand the situation.
Oh my. We must continue. We must continue.
Okay, no problem. We are here. Oh, not Kunemere Mebere. All right. So we are telling our people not to be too emotional. We know things have gone wrong right from the beginning. People was people was condemned, right? But as it stands now, there is only one hope. That place we are hoping on, there is no hope. If government want to scatter that thing you are doing today, they will scatter it. That's why people that have issues are individuals as individual. Either you and the pastor. It have no ground. If government intervene, even you will not wear the ohafia cap. You will fold it and put it inside. If somebody go and commit crime, one day somebody may.
And do you know, as our brother was talking about people, he talked about uh, people you put your offer under the pillow, and some people put their rosary and they like and all this and all that. I also want to call to mind of our people that our people say na nku dị na mba na-eyelu mba nne. We must learn to appreciate those things that they used Christianity to deceive us. You know, just like our brother said, they use the word of knowledge. We should also use the power of knowledge to counter them as well. Mazi, are you back? Because I want you to be doing much of the talkings uh, anytime the glitch permits you. Yes.
I'm here.
All right.
Thank you. We continue. So the the traditionalists, they should not claim that there is anything like religion. There's nothing like religion there. We have Omenala, we have Ordinala. But people came with religion. And that in our Ordinala and the religion and Omenala, we have comfortable activities. We have the one that doesn't suit our life. I don't know. My light is off. Let me.
Oh, and we must also remember that oh, our brother, I'm sorry, I don't want to do any injustice to you. It is fuel that you burn or you consume. Probably um the fuel tank is empty, and this is why we should continue to be supportive, because most of our people we face brother, you are using generator. Is that you are generating your? Oh, I'm sorry, you are making me to feel like ending this program now, but I don't know. I'm just feeling it so much. I don't know how much is price of liter fuel per liter now. How much, please? How much is a liter of fuel now, please?
The liter we buy 1 3 filling station. At then at places, some places 1 2 50. But a
And
black market
we
now
spent
1 5 1
we
4.
spent
So
we spent over 2 hours here. We spent over two. Biafrans must do something about it. Biafrans must do something about it. Our people go
uh,
through terrible
not really.
times in our land.
It's all
Okay,
right.
maybe
It's
we
all right.
take
Let me
another
continue.
30
Let me
minutes
touch
or
some places.
50 minutes. All right.
Yes, let me touch some places. So our people should understand that both the ordinala and the omenala, not everything we that is comfortable to us, not everything is balanced with our life, you know. But one thing we cherishes best, we cherishes well are the better ones. So even as people say back to root, there are condemnable ones in that manner, in that area. The same thing with the religion, there are condemnable ones, you know. And the one thing with this very, both the ordinala and the Christian religion, no one wants to take anybody's land. Just that people are presenting way of worship. And eventually, people was carried along, people was carried away beyond the level they are supposed to. Due to the government does not exist. Had government been existing in our side, people will not be carried away by religion that way. People will not be carried away by ordinal or menal that way because government will look into issues. That is why anything you open, people will go to it. You have customers. You have customers because there is problem. People have problem that have no means of solving it. So any channel you tell them it is to solve, they will follow you. If you say it's ordinala, fine. If you say it's omena, fine. If you say it's church, fine. Some are Muslim, some are Muslim because they want to be better. Some of these people doing these things have never made a choice. Some people are ordinala, it is not their choice. Some are omenala, it is not their choice. Some are Christians, not their choice, just because of the condition of things where they found themselves. So many people have not made choices of religion. So many people in the north have not made choice of religion, but they find themselves there. Majority are Muslim, they are doing it. Some are Christian, they have not made choice until you have better government. That is why better government is the key of everything. That is when people make choices of worship. That is when people make choices of religion. But in our situation, even everybody are confused, both ordinal, both religious people, because they have no base. Nothing to hold here. Nothing. If you open as wine, they'll follow you. If you say you are in a job and they follow you. If you say you are okay, they will come. If you say that people are completely confused, how can a church have it? Mawuru Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu say, "Ndị buying can a church have it tomorrow." So nobody should say that his own is the best. But you must not condemn, and you must not attack anybody, but you must condemn every bad activities of any side, but must not take law into your hand. How anybody say, right? Why have you not come to report? So nobody deceive you that you have the right to attack anybody in his own convenient time. No, but you have the right to argue. Argument is with facts, not shouting, not I no agree, not to make a noise, not to shout. And you say, I have chased him out. Is the only Osioma. Let me tell you in Biafra land, I will not leak secret for you anyway. I will not tell you how IPOB operates because I want to analyze for you. Let me cut off that side. Because if you know that when I started preaching, I goes with the Bible. You wasn't there. I cannot go with Ofo. You wasn't there to give me disguising instrument. You wasn't there. So you were there when IPOB wrote to the US government over the killings of Christians. It was there. Judeo-Christian. We never write to the US over anything that happened to to Ordinala or Mena. Now, in Nigeria, those that are in Nigeria claiming they are the Ordinala, that they are the tradition, if they go to fill a form, like a bank or any place, do you see a column for Ordinala or Mena? There is no column. You know, when you see hypocrites, you will know them. In that very form they will fill, it is written Christian or Muslim. There is no other vacant, there is no other column in any form, in any application in Nigeria, where they will write Ordinal, where they will write Omenala. All of them shouting Omenala. In their form, in their bank, they feel Christian. In so many companies where they are working, offices, they feel Christian. They never feel Muslim. They never look for a vacancy, a place where they write it, you must be Omenala before you work here, before this form will be accepted. No, they gave you only two options. That is why I told them, you are still very, very far. What you have to do is to present sensitization of your people, to guide them so that they will be prepared and wait for when the better government will come, which is Biafra, so that it will not be a surprise to them. Don't teach them to fight their fellow brothers, right? Because those you want to go back into tradition or omenala, they have been soaked in that one and they love it. It is not something false. If you have been offended, you will also allow them to be offended by that religion. Or you will explain to them that they have been offended. You don't encourage people to attack other religions when those people there have not understood what you understood. The same thing as we are agitating for Biafra, so many of us have not understood what IPOB understood. We are not killing them. We cannot attack them. We continue in our sensitization. Why people are falling out, people are joining. It is the same thing with the sensitization on religion or any time or keys to worship. We do not force people, we ask for referendum so that people will decide. How can in a country where we ask for referendum, people will now vote for Biafra referendum and Biafra get
Oh my God. Yeah, as our brother continued to battle to come back, I think if he comes back this time, we will not take time to wrap up this program because our brother has given so much. He has given so much. You see, in a simplest way of bringing to our people that truly bad governance is our problem is if you had been a member of any congregation. Mazi, are you back? Yeah, I wouldn't take any minutes from you because of what you are going through. Are you there?
Hi,
Sorry,
Chineke
so
mere m
sorry,
ebere.
so sorry, so sorry.
Thank you. I'm back. Chineke mekwere m ebere. So let us continue. So our people must understand this, that if you do not have that mentality of IPOB in this your religious, if you don't have the same mentality of IPOB, rooted IPOB, that their mentality is that people must decide where they want to be. That's why we presented referendum. If Nnamdi Kanu is preaching what they are saying in religion, we will not call for referendum. We will not write to the US state government over the killings of Christians by Nigerian states. So how can you go and fill form that you are a Christian? In order for your form to be validated, then you come around and say, I am a Christian as. But in your form, you did not write ordinal. There is no column for ordinal. There is no column. I told you what came so go to get there. But I can preach Hanile, my Bible, I have to say here, Doganya, in Ochi, in Omayo, right? You can never deceive me. I know the normal position I have to take in my life. So that is it. People should know the truth, knowing that in our place, there is no time our fathers taught us threatening. They don't threaten people. They sensitize. They teach. They convince with facts and figures. The Christian pastors convinced our people, either with the real miracle or fake. They convinced them with the law of nature that at least where 200 people gather, 5 people be blessed. Why they convinced them? Because the 300 people gather. They said, 3 of you, there are 3 women looking for husband here, right? 7 people come out. After 3 months, 2 people married. They went and gave testimony that they got married in that church. They told people, start going to this church. So they got confused. They convinced. So these are things we have known, that something confused people. Maybe earlier they were forced, but latterly we never see force. You, since you were born, where have Christians forced you? They never force you now. They force our fathers, right? Okay, but presently they don't force. So why do you start them with the forcing? Don't you know you are doing counter assault? If they have done you secret assault, we call it secret assault. They committed secret assault against you. Nobody saw it, right? It's just story. Then say, they tie our father. They put them chain on the neck. Yes, there are facts, there are pictures, facts. But presently it's not happening. They are not using brain. So why can't you challenge them in the same method? You now teach our people how to be violence, to push somebody with a microphone when you know that the government permitted the person to go with the microphone. Why can't you fight for a better government that will not permit microphone on your window? These are things you must hold on. These are things you must hold and know that there is a way to fight things. When people have this is, do you not see how IPO became? Sensitization, sensitization. Since then, we are still on it. People are calling us, we don't take action. They don't know what we are doing. Because you cannot drag everybody in together at once. No. We was there, they do 2023. We waited for them. They do it, they came back. Some failed, some joined. We keep moving. They mocked us over the detention of our leader that we should take action. We have been taking action, but not to their own understanding. We hold on because people must decide on their own. That is what people must implement. They should not deviate from this. When you want to, then don't hold on what you condemn. We condemn Nigeria's attitude. You hold on it. You condemn the what pastors are doing. You hold on it. You start doing it. You know, if somebody come and tell you that there is a place where our fathers gather people and worship, but the Christian worship is evil, but we'll start a new worship in the name of Omenala, it is also fraud. Your own fraud is the highest. You can call for a meeting and you can call for a meeting for fundraising for we want to build hospital. It is different. It is development. You call school. It is development. But to turn it in a way of worship and you say it's ordinary one is a lie. You are a fraudster. It is fraudulent now. How wayo is it when you collect money from people? You told people that worshiping in a place is wrong. They collect your money. You told people, let us go and gather. But let us not gather in the name of Christian. But let us gather in the name of tradition or Omenala. Then if we were Omenala worshippers, we will now build a hospital. Does Christian not build hospital? They built. But you say they should be doing what government is doing. It is wrong now. And do you know that whatever they want to do, they will go and take license from government. Approval, they will do it, isn't it? So these ones you are doing, is it a new thing? Our fathers established streams in our place. Then this modern time, people open borehole and some other tap waters. It's the same thing. People are doing it. It must not be a church, but the pastor told him to do it. They preach to them to go and do good things. Does the pastor tell them to go and do evil? So some people will capture it, come and do something in the village. You know, some people who do give away came from it was an advice from a message they heard from pastor. Some people that do school in your community, it was preaching from a pastor that convinced him. It's not Ogomwo. It is not Madibia. It is not a man. It is not only Ordinala. It is not Omenala that convinced him. It was a pastor who convinced him. Though the pastor is collecting money from him, but the pastor encouraged him with a portion of the Bible to do good to people, and it reached your village. So there are good in every area. There are bad in every area, but we must not join all together. That is what we must understand. There is Omena, there is Ordinary. Ero, this very ero na epu na bono. It is omenala ọ na-eme, right? Mgbe mgbe na ọ ga-eme esi na this year ere epụghị, this year anyị ahụmachago eju. It is omenala, right? Ọ na-eme. But ọdịnala dịwara na mmiri, there will be rainfall when time come. Ọdịnala, right? There is rain season. Ọdịnala, not omenala. Raining season, ọdịwagori. It must happen. You like it or not, it must happen. But omenala, we can change it. Let me give an example. Omenala, 30th May celebration or Heroes Day Remembrance 2021 was on Sunday, 30th May. It is Omenala. It has become Omenala, 30th May Remembrance. But on the 2021, it fell on the 30th Sunday. And what did Nnamdi Kanu say? And what did IPOB say? No, we are shifting it to 31st May because our people are too religious. We will allow them to go and worship their God. Those of you that will go to your worship centers, put our fallen heroes in prayer. Then go back to those that are trying to link in Nnamdi Kanu to what they are doing. Some will play the voice of Nnamdi Kanu. They will not refer you to this very respect of the worship day of our people, which warranted IPOB to change an annual event that has a date, just like December 25. You shift it to 26 because of the respect we have to the religion of people. 30th May 2021 was on Sunday, but it held on Monday. We did it on Monday 31st, but spiritually it was on Sunday, but we celebrated it on Monday. So stop linking IPOB Nnamdi Kanu to your own religious analysis because it is different from what we presented. We only came to sensitize our people, tell them that while we are fighting for Biafra, you go to Yoruba church, you should not allow the pastor to stop you from confronting your enemy that is about to take your land. You should not go to be a church when you are commander of army of Biafra. Then you allow your Pope to tell you that you should not be at the war front. This was what we sensitized our people to know, that David was also at the war front. So many of them went to war. So even as they are trying to calm you down, we try to sensitize people that Jesus also asked his disciples to show him their sword. We also present to them that even when Jesus was the one to arrest Jesus, Peter also confronted the enemies. So they have defense. That is what our people should know. This is the sensitization. You should defend yourself, not what the pastor said that Bible is the sword. Bible is never sword. These are the sensitization we brought to our people, that you must go to war before you eat. These are what we brought, not torturing, not threatening, not epiawaso, not complication, not condemning and establishing your new one. It is not what we present. So, Wanda, I think I wish you permit me from this side. Thank you.
Mazi, thank you so much. We've gone so far while we've not touched the main topic, but I think we will be wrapping it up, and then maybe we come in another day to
Yes.
discuss how, yeah, we must not go back without science, technology, and
Yes, that one is
revolutionize
important. We'll treat that
agriculture.
one. We'll treat that
Yeah,
one
yeah. So we will
special.
come back another day. Probably let's see how Friday is gonna be. Maybe we will
Okay.
come back on Friday to handle that. You've done so well. You've done so well. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. I mean, Mazi, sometimes I watch you. You go on live program more than once, twice. Yesterday, I don't know how many times you came online yesterday. Not even minding the cost of fuel price and the cost of living, and even other things attached, because people understands the job you do for IPOB supposed to understand so many things that surround you. Not minding all those things, you still work for Biafra. You are still there. You are still there, not minding all these limitations. And I hope that Biafrans will be remembering you for all these. And people like you need to be encouraged. People supposed to understand what I mean by saying that people like you should be encouraged. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know if you still have your you still have a message to give, maybe like
Yes,
2 minutes. All right, sorry, because I'm already feeling for you. I'm already
no
feeling for
problem.
you. All
No
right,
problem.
thank
No
you.
problem.
Okay. All
No
right, all
problem.
right, all right. You can now
Okay.
give us your parting message before I will
Okay.
now wrap it up.
Okay. Thank you. One thing I want to take to give to our people now, or take their minds to, is that this very land of our own is very precious, and there are different understandings based on where we get ourselves. Before the misunderstandings or the understandings among us, the world have seen whom we are, and we are at the middle of the world. We are the zero latitude and the zero longitude. That is to say, we are the starting of number. So, because of who we are, they took away zero. They started the accounting from one, which is completely wrong. And when Biafra come, it must return back. We are the beginning of number. Numbers start from zero, not from one. If somebody
In
may argue,
statistics, that is what it is. In
okay,
statistics, he said that numbers are 0 to 9, not 1 to 10.
okay.
0 to 9,
I
because
said,
you because you
I
add
said
one and zero
zero.
to 410. You add one and
Yes,
zero to
that is
410, so
why.
never started from zero
What
to
I want
number
to say
9.
there now is they are not supposed to omit the zero in starting. When they want to count, they will start zero. They count zero, count one. But what they do is one, two, three. They never tell us, you know how to count zero, one, two. They will ask us, do you know how to read, count one, two, three? But if they want to write 10, they will write one and zero. So we begin to ask them, why is the zero silent? Why did you hide the zero? Because it is the particular people. So now, if we can discover that we have enemies, we should also avoid any channel of the enemy coming into us, either by religion or by any belief. That is why IPOB is careful in their fight to restore Biafra, because we want to save our people. So in any area you want to save our people, you must not set our land ablaze, either by religion, either by culture, either by tradition, either by anyone. Anyone you want to do not set confusion. Do not bring violence. Do not bring threat. Make sure it is normal. That is why people can talk to IPOB as they like, while we maintain and focus, because we love our people, we love our land, and we want our land to be safe. Therefore, we will not allow anybody to come in any form to come and threaten our people. The same thing we want to leave Nigeria for. We want to leave them because they are threatening our life. We want to leave them because we are not safe. We want to leave them because we cannot communicate our God comfortably. We are always on tension. There is army, police surrounding us all around. They also have agents, governors, House of Assembly members, local government chairman that is monitoring us, counting us. If we grow, they will signal them to come and shut our number. These are their agents. And you must know it if you are from here. Count your teeth with your tongues. Do not be used to bring problem to our land, either by religion or any kind. Even people that are killing us in the name of freedom fighting, they are not doing this to our interest, but to their interest. Do not support anything that will destroy our land. Our people left here because of what the enemy have posed on us. Some of them are not happy where they are because they cannot approach Akenkoro, they cannot approach Nkwoju, they cannot see all those things here. They want them, but they are outside today and they want here to be peaceful for them to return. Please be instrument of peace in our land. If it is for Biafra, Biafra must come. The sacrifices have been paid by IPOB, by non-IPOB, and Nnamdi Kanu have paid the highest price, then adding to those who secure this land. And we must make their spirit happy, and you also must contribute either by handling matters the way it should be, not that it must be in IPOB or freedom fighting, but in the religious area or cultural area, always be specific to be at the middle, to handle things the way it should be, so that even without your knowledge, people will do things right. And from me, that is what I have to give now. Thank you, Wanda, from here. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You've done wonderfully well today by
And
clearing
again,
our
please,
people.
there's something you talk about in my security here, just my security
I
leadership.
don't want to mention it. I
They
know those
monitor my
who know.
security. The leadership monitors my head. So their eyes are here. Thank
We don't mention everything like that. There are some posts that when some people post, I usually love that post whenever it comes from Emeka Git. Sometimes they will post something and they will say, if you know, you know. So I know as I was talking, I know that those who knew,
you.
they knew.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So people like you should be encouraged, you should be supported, and we'll make sure that you are protected. Yes. Thank you so much, Mazi, for doing this wonderful justice to this topic that we will come back to revisit again to bring it to conclusion. Now, my own message to our people is if you my final message to our people is if you really, really want to find out if the government is your problem, you see that sister, you see that brother, that every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, she's in the church praying, she's fasting and praying. Give that a sister or that brother a good job. You won't see him in the church again. He will disappear. And the church members will start complaining. Oh, this brother, since he got a job, he's no longer coming. How do you want him to continue coming? He was coming because he was jobless. He was coming because he has no money to do business. He was coming because he doesn't have, he has no option. But once he's engaged, he can't risk his job. Oh. He can't risk his job. Yes. In the morning, he goes to work. He comes back in the evening, he is tired. It's not that he has forgotten God, but because things has been set right for him. And again, I will also encourage our people to learn to appreciate uh, things that we have, things that nation has given to us. There are people that the nation has given them mustard seed. We, the Biafrans, the nation has given us osoji, alligator pepper. What the mustard seed can do for people in Israel, your osoji can do it for you. Use it. Your bitter cola can do certain things for you. What the olive oil or the anointing can do for those people. Please fetch your akwa ojuku. Use the mano ojuku. When a child has a convulsion or even the temperature is rising, that anointing oil, because those people, God gave them olive tree. So from their olive tree, they extract the olive oil. God gave us this palm tree. From the palm tree, fetch your akwojuku, make the oil. When a child is feeling hot, you use the akwojuku. You can use it to dilute poison and so many things we have. We must learn to appreciate what the nature gives to us. And once we discover all these things and know how to apply all these things, we will see that People, we are thinking that our problems are not our problems. So what am I saying? Let us just be focused and let us desist from listening to everybody that we hear them talking. You mustn't listen to everybody. You mustn't read everything. The ones you see that they are harmful to you and to the society, simply avoid them. Don't attack your brother. Don't attack your sister. We are the same people. We are of the same culture. We are pursuing the same goal. Our goal is the realization of Biafra. From me, from here, it is good morning.
Thank you.